Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lucore Automotive. Today I'm going to tackle something and actually turn it into a little bit of a product review. This is my 1993 Volvo 940 Turbo Volvo wagon with some MSW wheels. As you can see, they are disgusting. All four of them have corrosion, have brake dust, have probably not been cleaned in I don't know how long. They are terrible. All of them are terrible. So I figured I would use this as an opportunity to test a couple of different wheel cleaning capabilities. So, number one, I'm gonna stop here at Performance Auto Spa and see what the professionals use for wheel cleaning to get some of this iron and this stuff that's off of these wheels off. Then I'm gonna go swing in and grab some stuff that you normal folks would grab from whatever auto parts store. And we're gonna take all four wheels off and see what does what. Sounds interesting, I think. Hopefully it's going to make my wheels look better because those look terrible. If you're interested, stick around, stay tuned. Alright, start with Performance Auto Spa and see what the professionals use. Yeah. Not the same kind of car that my Volvo is.
Hey, Austin.
Hey, Timmy.
What can I do for you today?
My wheels are terrible and I need your help.
Well, let's check them out.
So this is Tim of Tim's Enthusiast Garage, also ye old master of Performance Auto Spa. We're going to get his professional opinion on these beautiful MSW wheels.
These are the wheels. So these MSW wheels are actually pretty Vicera cool. I do like them. They are severely pitted. Those lips at one time had a clear coat on them. They may still have some clear coat on them, but since there's very little paint left on the body of the wheel, I'm guessing that those also have very little clear coat. So there's a couple things that can happen here. One is I'm going to give Austin a product to remove some of the contaminants, because there's a lot of contaminants that are embedded, baked on.
So like
They're pretty crispy.
these are bad.
Yeah.
In professional words, this is bad.
Yeah, this is bad.
Okay.
So what I would recommend if a normal customer came in here, not you, these are very cool wheels. If a normal customer came in here, and I may even recommend this to you, honestly what I would recommend with these wheels is that they get pretty much media blasted and refinished. That's where they're at. Now, as far as things you can do yourself, we probably can get most of the contaminants off of the wheel and get the wheel pretty clean. Because it's so, dry and porous, you're gonna have a hard time locking in any kind of. There's not really gonna be a shine per se on those. So that might be bad news for you. That might not be the news you wanted to hear.
Well, but I mean that's the honest conversation we got to have here. Is this beyond fixing? Do we get this?
Like, here's the deal. I can sell you products that will help you clean these wheels up, and you can do a demo that'll show like this product is going to remove the things from the surface of the wheel. This product is going to help you polish up, sort of the rest of the wheel.
They need to be fully refinished.
It needs to be refinished. Because what you're looking at here is, naked aluminum, naked cast aluminum. So cast metal is, and you can see it definitely when there's no finish on it, is pretty porous.
Mm-hmm.
It's why it's softer. These are OZ wheels, which are like pretty cool wheels. MSW is one of the sort of the imprints made by OZ back in the early 90s, mid 90s, like when this car was new.
Yeah.
Like these wheels would have been hot in that era. I actually had a set of these wheels. But they, realistically, they need refinished. So, typically when someone comes in, I don't know, I'm looking to see if there's a dirty wheel. There's really not any dirty wheels here. There's a difference between a dirty wheel. Again, sorry if this is not really for your video, but I can give you products that will remove everything from the wheel, except for sort of like it's particularly on the naked lip area. It's almost like a barnacle type of situation. That's like bonded to the wheel, so like that's a media blast type of situation, or dry ice blasting, or I'm not sure what you've got, vapor blast type of thing, is really where that's where these are. Is vapor blast, dry ice blast, media blast. Because they look like they're in good shape. Really only one or two has any real nasty curb rash to speak of. And because these kind of have a rolled lip on the outside, you could even grind that little piece of lip so that they look brand new. So yeah, so that's what I'd recommend.
Honesty is important.
Yeah.
Are these roasted? Yes. Do they need to be fully refinished? Yes. Will I probably blast these things once I've done all of this? Quite possibly. But I do want to clean them first off and see what you've done. Sure. So I figured it was an opportunity to be able to utilize.
Yeah. You're welcome to do that, and because Lucore Automotive has what is seemingly an endless budget for insanity with this AMX project.
Yeah.
Given that you've spent
I'm not good at accounting.
$14,000 on that car, spending a few $100s on these wheels is not the worst idea I've ever heard. But yeah, I mean, I think it could be good. You'll definitely see, like with the Sonax wheel cleaner, you'll definitely see it work.
Yes.
These are like, they're going to be, but again, I don't know, what are they going to look like? Slightly more presentable is the answer.
So slightly worse is what we're going for, not perfect. These are pretty badly wasted. Let's be honest, they are pretty badly wasted. We also both think that they were painted at one point in time.
Well, they were.
Like this part was probably painted white to match the body.
The ones that I had were white with there was these wheels.
Yeah.
This actually might be the set of wheels because I sold them. What bolt pattern is this?
I don't know.
5x130, 5x120?
I don't know.
I should really know Volvos. 5x109? 5x109.
He is like
5x130.
Euro snob car guy.
Anyway,
and doesn't know this.
These could actually be my old wheels, and what they used to be were white painted with polished lips that had a clear over.
Huh?
So that was the original finish.
All right.
On the wheels.
Sell me something.
Okay.
Again, this is why the Volvo doesn't get to come inside.
So this is a good example. I mean, this is also an OZ wheel. This is similar to kind of what that wheel was.
Yeah. So mine's gonna look just like this.
But this wheel is actually a naked polished lip. There's nothing on that other than.
Yeah. So we can do that.
You could. I mean, you could. Media blasting is still going to be required. So this wheel cleaner, honestly, there's a couple different options here. And you're welcome to try. Koch Chemie is a German company. We carry, I would say, not their full line, but most of their stuff. Koch Chemie has been around for years. They're actually, they supply like car washes, which are really popular in Europe. If you've seen one, maybe you can include a picture of what a car wash in Europe looks like. But there's a lot of like DIY stuff, like stations where you can go and do different things to your car. And so they'll actually have like, gallons of gallons somewhere, and you can actually spray it onto the car, hang the thing back up, and then get this product and spray it onto the car. But this is their magic wheel cleaner. This is a pretty, if you've got like a nice new modern car, but you don't have ceramic brake pads, so you have brake pads that are putting out a ton of dust, this is a good product to keep the dust off the wheels. I find that I don't use this product every time that I clean a car. Again, most of my cars aren't really daily drivers, so where I would use this is on like the Land Rover that I drive pretty frequently. I would use this to clean up the wheels. This product is safe for most wheels and will not destroy the painted finish of a wheel. And without exception, almost every wheel from every manufacturer that I can think of is painted. So even if it's like a polished finish, it has a clear coat over top of it. So you want to treat that like you would a normal car. That's why I tell people, if you're the type of person that keeps your cars pretty clean, honestly, a foam cannon and high pressure water is going to be most of what you need to get stuff off your wheels. If you do like the tail of the dragon or an aggressive, a track day or drive when it's snowy or rainy and you get brake dust that kind of gets caked on with water, that you're going to need something like this to release it. So this is option number one. Option number two is another German company. This is Sonax. Sonax, and I would say too, the reason we carry these would be this is a Mercedes approved wheel cleaner. This one is like BMW, Audi. So if you were in Germany, actually the manufacturer themselves uses these products on the line. That's the Koch Chemie. They're the ones that are used by Mercedes at the manufacturing sites. This product is a product that's recommended in the whole Sonax line, really, by Audi, Volkswagen, Opel in Europe. Sonax sponsored a lot of key race series in the 90s and early 2000s, everything from Formula One, DTM, and again, my Euro snobbery is kind of coming out here. I realize that as I'm talking. Sorry, LucoreRacing channel. But anyways, this product's going to be I would say this is a little more aggressive. So this, if you've got consistently your car is a daily driver and your wheels get dirty, super frequently, this product is the one I would recommend you use. So there's that. I'll set both of these over here.
All right, so there you go. This is how the professionals do things, I guess. Way beyond what I normally do, but there you go. So I have two options. I have 4 wheels, so I have 2 options. We're going to go with this stuff, the Magic Wheel Cleaner.
Yes.
From Koch Chemie.
Yep.
There you go. And the Sonax.
Yeah.
Sure. Sonax Wheel Cleaner. There you go. So we're going to hit 2 wheels with that stuff. And now I'm going to go to the car show or to the normal people store and buy some wheel cleaner.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what does what. Product reviews. And I'm paying for all this stuff, so if I don't like it, I'm allowed to say that.
I highly recommend it. There's not enough of that on.
Yes.
The sad thing about influencers and Instagram and YouTube and the whole thing is that everything is a paid promotion.
This is a very not paid promotion. Right. I'm going to legitimately test things because I hate that. I really hate that about Instagram. It's this is the greatest product. Really? Because it's total crap. They just paid you to say that.
Yeah, because I mean, if Koch Chemie sends me, a case of this, guess what's going to happen? This is going to become my favorite wheel cleaner.
Right.
I mean, this stuff, everything that I carry here is stuff that I've used, like that I physically use. So like, you want to use products that people actually use.
Yeah.
What I will say is like some of the over-the-counter wheel, what you're going to find is that they're either really, really crap, and they're not going to work at all, or they're acid-based. This company has a chart that shows you the pH level of every one of their products.
Okay.
So this is really helpful if you care about your car. With these, since you're going to be refinishing them, you could use a super aggressive wheel acid. Yeah. Jack's Wax, we don't carry it because we're a little afraid to give people like super aggressive wheel acids.
Sure.
Most of like what car dealers use, which is why when you get sometimes a used car and maybe it's a newer car, the wheels will have like etching or even have paint missing, is because the sort of indiscriminate detailers on the lot will use like a super concentrated wheel acid on the wheel.
Or indiscriminate owner previously.
Or that can happen too. So what I'd say is the one nice thing about Koch Chemie is that pH level. Because you'd be surprised what products, anytime something's being removed from a surface, many times acids are involved. So, it is something that isn't really talked about enough in the detailing world that maybe should be talked about more. The other thing I'd say to you is you should own a foam cannon. With as many cars as you own, although some of your cars should never be wet. Like if you get the AMX wet or the...
I've gotten it wet. It's a problem.
Yeah, more of it is going away. It's returning to the earth.
It gets lighter as
it's returning to the earth. It's bad. So yeah.
All right.
You can do your thing.
There we go.
Before this ends, I want to say too, because of the barnacles and build up is if you're really trying to clean these, you are going to need either a metal polish or a polish, and like either hand do it, go by hand, because that's going to get off stuff that this won't get off. That's going to do it via actual grit and actual grinding off of surface. So to get to that next phase of if you aren't going to bead blast them or somehow media blast them, you're going to need a polish of some kind. So
That'll be phase 2.
Bye, YouTube. It was great talking to you. Eventually, I'll make a YouTube video for my channel.
He actually used to YouTube circa first quarter of 2021.
5 months.
And you would see some of these excellent vehicles of his that are sitting in here on his YouTube channel, which is Tim's Enthusiast Garage. He just can't be bothered to make videos these days.
That is not an exaggeration.
Anyway, back to the show.
There's 2 options here. One is you could wash the wheel first, then apply this, because those wheels have a lot of things going on. The other option is you could just apply these. I would say you're going to want to apply either of these twice.
Okay.
Because both times they're going to... Both of these are kind of like a... many modern wheel cleaners are based around the Sonax fallout cleaner formula, which is kind of like an Iron X product. So basically what this is doing is stripping, iron and contaminants and that sort of thing. So, spray it liberally, so that the wheel gets coated.
And then hose it off?
Hose it off.
And then spray it again?
Probably.
Do I let it dry in between?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
So spray it on, let it sit.
You could, but I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Spray it on, let it sit.
What's going to happen
spray it
because
off.
these wheels are so chalky and not cleared is that the water will go away. Like once you rinse them off, they will dry incredibly quickly.
Okay.
And look probably still not real great. If you leave this on too long, particularly on the face of the wheel, you will get streaking and stuff that you will not be able to remove without like a polish.
Okay.
So, and I would say that even if you get like a real aggressive acid-based wheel cleaner from store X or whatever, so I wouldn't, follow instructions. Most of these are going to say how long you can leave them on and in like a safe realm. Generally speaking, once these turn purple, which is going to happen within 2 minutes, I would say, it's going to be good.
Okay.
The other option is you can agitate this. If you're going to agitate this while it's on the wheel, I would use a sponge or whatever it is you have. What do you have? Something, a rag, a sponge. I really want to give you other things. But, you're going to want to, I would have something with like a soap like that, Adams, and just kind of work it around. They make we have wheel brushes. We have many things. But again, this is one of those things where it's like, I think there's like a sort of a law of diminishing returns on this. Like, these are not going to probably get you where you want to go because there's no paint on the wheels.
Sure.
So
I just want to get the junk off of it to begin
get
with.
the junk off.
And these are as bad as they come kind of wheels. So
They're definitely as bad as they come.
great opportunity to show off some good products.
To be clear, too, I did recommend media blasting these because, like, what this is designed to do, like, this is beyond the scope of where there's no... The reason things are so stuck to those wheels is because they're totally porous. There's no clear, there's no paint, there's no primer. I mean, they're like bare metal.
Full disclosure, this is as bad as it gets.
This is as bad as it gets.
Start over.
But this will take things off.
Yes.
It will also have advanced level staining if you leave it on too long. So that's all of it.
Now I will be following the instructions because there are directions that are on these things. And every product does have its own specific way it wants to be used. So I will read the instructions and follow the directions as I am told to do. So bang, bang. I'm going to run over to the store, grab 2 more things. Not sure what I'm going to get yet. We'll see when we get there what's available and what makes the most sense. And yeah, there you go. If you're still watching, keep watching. This is probably going to be entertaining. Or terrible.
Enthusiast Garage.
Tim's Enthusiast.
Tim's Enthusiast Garage.
Tim's Enthusiast.
There's going to be a new video coming any day now.
Any
I can
day
feel it.
now.
I can feel it.
Now with some professional products, obviously there's a little bit more of a cost difference here. Those products are considerably more expensive than what you're normally going to buy from that's an Advanced Auto Parts right across the street, so we're going to go over there. And I'm just going to grab something off the shelf, I'm going to grab two somethings off the shelf, because I got 4 wheels on this car. And, you know, let's be honest here. The stuff that the professionals use is going to be a bit more expensive than what you're normally just going to grab off the shelf to hose your wheels down with. Now, this car is pretty bad. As Tim was saying, they're at the point where they would need to be refinished. To be honest with you, they're probably going to get refinished, but I wanted to be able to use this opportunity because of how bad these are to use it as a teachable moment and maybe a product review to be able to see what actually makes sense. And no strings here. There's no sponsorship. This is just me trying some stuff out. And there's a good chance that once this is all done, I'm going to end up taking these wheels off and blasting them anyway. So, hey, we're at Advanced Auto Parts. Let's get some stuff. And no, it's not sponsored by Advanced Auto Parts. All right. Here's the cleaning aisle. Let's see what we got here. Tons of different options. I've used Meguiars stuff before. I've used Black Magic before. I've used Griot's before. I've used Eagle One before. Let's just grab a couple of things and see what works. You know what? Let's keep this game fair. Meguiars all-wheel cleaner. Acid-free product as well. It's a bit expensive. We'll go with that. And let's see here. Let's go with this Griot stuff because it's good stuff as well, and it's expensive. So let's go with that. There we go. Compare 4 really good stuffs. Or do we grab just like a basic Eagle One? Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab a basic guy stuff. There you go. Basic wheel cleaner, $7. Again, these are the products we're going to give a try here. The Sonax Wheel Cleaner Plus, Koch Chemicals Magic Wheel Cleaner, Eagle One Wheel and Tire Cleaner, and Meguiars Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. All of these are acid-free. All of them say they are pH balanced to be able to do what we need to do. So let's go around here. We're going to pick these wheels, put one product on each wheel. This is our front right driver's side wheel. And that's what she looks like at the moment. This is going to be the one we're going to hit with the Sonax product. The Koch Chemie Magic Wheel Cleaner will go on the driver's side rear. That's what our driver's side rear looks like. The Meguiars we will put up here in the front. This is probably the worst wheel, so giving it the biggest challenge, I guess. It's our Meguiars product. And then the Eagle One all-wheel and tire cleaner goes back here in the rear on the passenger side. Now you may notice that the brakes are also kind of terrible on this car, and that's going to be handled here very shortly as well. Directions wise, 3 of the 4 say between 2 and 5 minutes. Spray it on a dry, cool wheel. Let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, or 2 to 5 minutes, and then spray it off. So, at a car wash to be able to do that. Interestingly, the Eagle stuff just says to be on for a half a minute, 30 seconds. So, I'm going to start the other ones, let them sit for, we'll call it 4 minutes, and then rinse them off, and we'll see what kind of solutions we got. And then I'll do the Eagle one kind of last, since I only need to put it on there for 30 seconds and see if it does anything. So, time to apply. See what happens. Hope for the best. As per the directions, shake it, then apply, and let sit. So, here we go. It certainly smells bad. Alright, so we're using this pretty liberally here. Get everything coated. And it will start changing colors. As you can see, it's changing a little bit purple. So that's cool. We'll let that sit. Move on to the Koch chemicals. Seems to be actually a little less product coming out per spray. But we're getting everything nice and liberally coated here. We'll let that sit. See how she does. Well, that's definitely changing into a purple color for sure. You can start seeing a purple dripping off there. That's our Sonax product. Alright, on to the right front corner. This is our Meguiars Ultimate Wheel Cleaner. A little bit more dense of a spray pattern. Now that also seems to be changing purple pretty quickly as well. As you can see, it's purple, mean, more, better. So far the Sonax seems to be turning very purple. The Koch chemical stuff is, looks like it's going reasonably purple. Wait for another couple moments and I'll apply this other stuff in the rear for the Eagle stuff. Alright, Eagle 1 wheel and tire cleaner. Well, that definitely seems to foam faster coming out. Pretty good spray pattern. Definitely way more foamy than the other products are. And this is actually the stuff that requires the least amount of set time. This only says for 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this one off first, and we're going to see what it does. You can see some of that stuff actually is coming off pretty quickly. Let's wait and see. There's our driver's side rear. That's your Koch chemical stuff. You definitely see the purple staining coming down. Here's our Sonax. Meguiars. And our Eagle 1. So let's rinse these suckers off, see how they look on the first batch. looks like it did a pretty good job. At least it cleaned the center spokes up pretty well. I'm not sure on the barrel how much of that iron brake dust got removed, but pretty decent. This is our Koch Chemie people. And that doesn't look too bad. Again, we're not looking for perfection here. Oh, now this is looking real nice. This is the Sonax product. And you can definitely tell how much it's eaten off of that stuff. So far, I'm pretty impressed with that. And now this is our Meguiars product. Did okay. Not amazing, but okay. Let's go back here to our Eagle 1 one. I mean, for what it was, it did a pretty decent job. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to dry off all 4 wheels, and I'm going to go through an entirely another batch of this stuff. Apply it all, wash it all back off. And we're gonna see how much actually comes off of these things. I honestly don't know how this is gonna work out. I've got gloves on, so I'm gonna agitate things a little bit, which is not really something I can film, so you won't get to see that. But I'll bring you guys back in here shortly once I get all of these wheels applied again one more time and then rinse back off. And we'll see what's what once I get back to the shop and we have a chance to dry it all off and really see it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Product reviews, wheel cleaners on some really awesome, terrible old MSW OZ wheels. Alright, this is the 3rd application of our Koch chemicals on the driver's side rear. All of them seem to have done a pretty good job on the semi-painted surfaces here. Doing a decent job of breaking up the stuff on the barrel, which is the iron and brake material. This is our Sonax, which is on the driver's side front. You can see it's still turning purple and pulling stuff off the wheel. Again, the semi-painted surface that was in the center. Everybody did kind of a good job on that. The question is going to be really the barrel. This is our Meguiars on the driver's front, or excuse me, passenger's front. And our Eagle 1 product on the passenger rear. This will be our 3rd and final coating of this stuff, of all 4 of them, to see what happens. Back at the shop, time to see what's what. Here is the driver's side front. This is what we hit with the Sonax. As you can see, I used quite a bit of it, so we ended up going through 3 applications of this. The actual painted portion of the wheel is in fantastic shape. As far as what it cleaned off of this, super nice. The barrel, it actually did a pretty good job of, to be honest. The amount of brake dust and iron and stuff that it removed off of here is pretty impressive. I'm pretty thoroughly impressed. Now at this point in time, I think we're gonna hit this with some Scotch-Brite or something along those lines to see if we can get this off manually before it goes full on blaster. But otherwise, Sonax product, good job. I like it. Next up was the driver's side rear, which is this Koch Chemie Magic Wheel Cleaner, which similarly did a really good job of removing a lot of the material that was stuck to this wheel. The actual finish of this is extremely smooth. Before, this was disgusting, and it really did a heck of a good job. Again, I think we can hit this with a Scotch-Brite, and that's actually going to come back up. The finish of the wheel, actually, everything, all the imperfections really that were on this, any of the stuff that's really been on there came off really easy with just a little bit of touch, and it really came off. But as far as this is actually extremely smooth. It doesn't look like it, but this is actually extremely smooth. So the barnacles, as Tim was saying, are pretty much gone. All right, Meguiars Ultimate All Wheel Cleaner was here in the passenger's front, and as you can see, it did a great job on the wheel as well. The barrel is actually pretty dang smooth. Not quite as good as the Sonax and the other stuff, but it's pretty dang good. The painted surface, again, it did a fantastic job on that. I think we're at the same point as the other stuff where we could probably just hit this with some aggressive paper or something along those lines and get this to really clean up pretty well. So we'll move on from that to this last stuff, which was the Eagle One All-Wheel and Tire Cleaner. And this is where we are with this guy. The painted surface, again, it actually did a really good job. And this is a faster acting cleaner than the other stuff. This is only 30 seconds to set time, whereas everything else is 2 to 4 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. This actually did a really good job as far as removing the loose stuff and the easy to get stuff. It pulled it pretty well. The amount of hard material, though, is considerably still here versus the other wheels. This is not nearly as smooth as the others. Really, all three of the others did a much better job of breaking up the hard stuff. But as far as the loose stuff goes, it did a really good job of it. So it is what it is. Final opinions. I'm actually really impressed, to be quite honest with you. I'm really impressed. The Sonax stuff did really good. The Koch Chemie stuff did really well. Honestly, the Meguiars did really well, especially for what it is. I'm going to give it to the Koch Chemie, to be honest, as far as the cleaning goes. I think the feel of this wheel is so much cleaner. The surface on the actual face of the wheel is fantastic. Sonax is going to be a real close second. It feels really similarly good, but not quite as smooth as the Koch Chemie does. Cleaning wise, it did a great job. It just maybe didn't break it up quite as well, the hard deposits that were on these wheels, as the Koch Chemie does. The Meguiar stuff, I'm going to give them a pretty solid A-OK. To be honest with you, they did a really good job for what it is. It's a much less expensive product than either of these two. They did a really good job. The quality of the removing the hard deposits that are on those wheels, it did a really good job. Better than I honestly expected to do. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than I expected this to be. This is probably on par as far as clean wise with the hard deposits as the Sonax goes. Maybe even honestly a little bit better. And then the Eagle stuff was not bad for what it is. It's by far the cheapest option that was on there. Like half or a third of the cost of all the other stuff, or less. And it did a really good job. Honestly, as far as the wheel cleaning goes, it did a really good job. It was just outgunned as far as the crud that I have on these wheels. So, it just couldn't do it. But anyway, there you go. Hopefully that was an interesting and informative, maybe, test of a couple of different on-the-market wheel cleaners on my 1993 940 Turbo Volvo wagon. Not sure exactly where we're going to go from here next. We're going to probably throw some grits at it and see what we can do. And if that doesn't fix it, it's going in one of the blast cabinets. Either this blast cabinet or that blast cabinet. Brand new vapor honing blast cabinet. So much more designed for cleaning wheels and aluminums. Anyway, there you go. There's our video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a comment in the comment section below. What do you think? What do you use? What's your go-to when it comes to cleaning up wheels? Especially ones that are disgusting as bad as mine are. What's your tricks? What do you do? What do you think of our video? Is this something you'd like to see as far as a completely non-biased, nobody gave me product review kind of thing? Is there something else you'd like to see us try? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Click on the like button. You made it this far. You might as well click like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. This is our shop here at Lucore Automotive. We do all kinds of interesting stuff here, from old turbo Volvos to Kia thingies to Jeep thingies to muscle cars and Lotuses and Subarus and diesels and muscle cars and more muscle cars and engine swap on a Lincoln. Yeah, we do it all. There's not much we don't do. Don't do paint and body. And we don't do this. But I just felt like filming it. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.